What you see on your screen is not just a pile of stones. This is a 4500-year-old secret before which even modern science and engineering bow down. A puzzle of which every stone asks us the same question. How? Imagine 2.3 million stones, each stone weighing at least as much as 2 elephants. Some stones were equal to the weight of 15 elephants. In that era, there were no cranes, no trucks, no modern machines. So then how? How did human hands erect these giant buildings, 480 feet high from the ground? People say it was the work of aliens. Some say it is the marvel of some lost technology. But the truth is far more surprising than all of this. Today, we will remove the curtain behind which this secret is buried. Are you ready to face the truth that will unlock your mind? So let's start this journey into that period of time, where human courage made the impossible possible. But before moving forward, we have a small request for you. If you have come to our channel for the first time, please subscribe to it. And if you like the video, don't forget to like it. Pyramids, not just stones, an engineering marvel. First of all, we need to understand the scale of these pyramids, their vastness. We are talking here about the Great Pyramid of Giza. This structure is so large that 10 football fields can fit inside its base. It was the tallest building made by man for 4,500 years. Its stones are placed with such unique precision, such excellent planning, that you cannot even insert a thin piece of paper between them. And the most surprising thing? Its alignment. This pyramid points absolutely accurately to the 4 directions of the Earth: north, south, east, and west. Such accuracy is difficult to achieve even today, with GPS and modern tools. So the question is the same. Without a compass, without modern technology, how did they do all this? The answer is hidden in their workers, their tools, and their brilliant minds. Not slaves, skilled workers. Who were these great people? A wrong image has been instilled in our minds through films and stories that the pyramids were built by thousands of slaves who were forced to work by being whipped. But this is not true. Recent archaeological discoveries have made this clear. A whole city has been found near the pyramids where these workers had their homes. The evidence found there shows that these people were not slaves, but highly skilled, very capable laborers and craftsmen. They were given meat, bread, and beer daily, which was considered a good diet in those days. They also received medical care. Mummies have been found there whose bones were broken, but later had joined together quite well. This is proof that they were taken care of completely. These people did this work for their king, their pharaoh, as a mark of honor. This was a national project in which the country's best minds and strongest hands were engaged. Cutting the mountains. Where did the stones come from? So now we come to the first step of construction: cutting the stones. Most of the stones used in the pyramids, called limestone, were extracted from the Giza Plateau itself, where the pyramids were being built. But the white, shiny limestone used for the outer finishing was brought from a place called Tura, which was on the other side of the river. And the strongest stone, granite, which was used to build the king's chamber, was brought from Aswan, about 800 kilometers away. Now the question arises, how did they cut the stones? At that time, they only had copper tools, which are quite soft compared to iron. The answer is their smart technique. They would make small holes in the stone and trap pieces of wood in them. Then they would pour water on those pieces of wood. The wood would swell with water, and its pressure would cause a crack in the giant stone, and it would separate. For hard stones like granite, they used balls of a very hard stone called dolerite, which were struck repeatedly to break the granite. This was a slow process, but very effective. The journey of heavy stones? Without trucks and cranes? Okay, so the stones are cut. Now bringing them to the construction site, especially from 800 kilometers away, this was the real challenge. Here, the real magic of ancient Egyptian engineering is visible. They used 2 things for this: water and brains. Large blocks of granite from Aswan were loaded onto large boats and brought to Giza via the Nile River. They had also built special canals from the river to the pyramid site so that the goods could reach easily. But how were these heavy stones moved on land? The answer was found in a painting that is thousands of years old. In that painting, it is shown that people are pulling a large stone on a wooden sledge. A man is standing in front of the sledge, who is pouring water on the ground. When scientists tested this technique, they were surprised. They found that pulling a sledge on dry sand takes a lot of force, but if the right amount of water is poured on the sand, the friction is reduced by almost half. This one small trick made their work much easier. This was a simple principle of science, which they had understood thousands of years ago. The journey upwards, the magical game of ramps. Bringing the stones to the site was one thing, but lifting them to a height of 400 to 500 feet. This is the question that bothers everyone. The most accepted answer to this is ramps. But what kind of ramp? There are different theories about this. The first theory is a long, straight ramp that would get higher along with the pyramid. But the problem with this is that to reach the height of the pyramid, this ramp would have to be about 1.5 to 2 kilometers long, which would have required more material than the pyramid itself. The second theory is of a zigzag ramp, which would go up one side of the pyramid like a snake. This was easier, but it would have been very difficult to turn heavy stones at the corners. The third and most interesting theory is of the internal spiral ramp. According to this theory, they built a small ramp outside the pyramid, and then as the pyramid grew taller, they built a winding ramp system inside it. This also used less material, and the structure from the outside was built comfortably. French architect Jean-Pierre Houdin has also proved this theory to a large extent with computer models. These ramps were made of soil, rubble, and wood, which were later removed. This was an excellent example of their planning and resource management. Connection with the stars. Were the pyramids just tombs? The pyramids are generally considered to be the tombs of the pharaohs, but their purpose was probably much bigger than this. Their geometry and their alignment have a wonderful connection with the stars. The 3 pyramids of Giza are aligned in exactly the same way as the 3 stars of Orion's belt are in the sky. This cannot be just a coincidence. Apart from this, some strange tunnels emerge from inside the Great Pyramid that come straight out. At first, people thought these were for air, but later research revealed that these shafts pointed towards specific stars present in the sky. The ancient Egyptians believed that after death, the king would become a god among these stars, and these shafts were the path for his soul to reach the sky. So these pyramids were not just tombs, but they were a kind of star machine, which connected the earth to the sky and man to the gods. It was a symbol of their faith, their knowledge, and their way of understanding the universe. The victory of the human spirit. So, did aliens build the pyramids? No. Did they appear by some magic? Absolutely not. They were built by humans. Those humans who had 1,000 times fewer facilities than us. But their spirit, their planning, and their teamwork were much more than ours. The pyramids are the biggest proof of human ingenuity. They are a symbol of the fact that when humans work together for a big goal, they can move mountains too. This story tells us that our ancestors were not primitive or backward. They were smarter than you and me. They understood nature and used its rules to create things that are still defying time today. What do you think? What was their biggest secret behind such a great success? Their knowledge, their hard work, or their teamwork? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked this video, then like it and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video with another such mystery. Thank you.